Time is a story about Meg Murray, a teenage girl who sets out on a journey through time and space with her younger brother Charles Wallace and her friend Calvin on a search for her lost father, who's a scientist known as Mr. Murray, who uncovers a tesseract which gives you the ability to travel by the means of a process known as a tesser through a fabric in time and space through an alternate dimension, the fifth dimension, if you will. And with it, Mr. Murray was captured by the forces of evil, who have him on this lost planet somewhere inhabited by the forces of evil. And upon these forces of evil, they are then guided by the companions of the Mrs. Whatsit, Mrs. Which, and Mrs. Who are these alien and eccentric beings who have otherworldly capabilities beyond your wildest imagination that allows them to be able to travel through the ends of time and space to be able to get their long lost father, who's only really long lost because he created the thing. The forces of evil all had a conversation and they went to go and get him. So now they have to now set out and embark to go and get him, and through this they're able to then learn from within the ability to use their imagination and use the power of love to be able to get through all that stands in their way. This has been a story that I've loved since I was a kid. I think I first read this book maybe, I want to say, in the 6th grade, something along those lines, and it's always raptured my imagination. Something about the idea of time and space travel and these different characters, and then there's this bad guy known as the man with red eyes, and just the different alternate reality and worlds that they were in. It just absolutely just filled my mind with so many wonderful thoughts. So when I found out that they were doing a movie, it was by Disney, Ava DuVernay, and it had this, star-studded cast, and this was something that was going to be a major hit for Disney early in this year, 2018. I said, I can't wait to see it. Nothing can stand in my way of seeing this thing. And then, of course,
repairing damaged homes and restoring power after last week's nor'easter could prove even more difficult Wednesday when another major storm is forecast to slam the Northeast.
But beyond it, I'm gonna go through the perils of the snow, any other means that may try to stand within my way of seeing this thing, but most importantly, I get to catch this in 4DX, which is gonna be an experience all in its own. So I can't wait to be able to uncover everything that happens and recap how it compares to the book, my honest opinion on it, because I want to go into this thing with an objective opinion, and which opinion objective, but to be able to look at it from a take up on what's been an awesome children's book and is one in a line of series, and hopefully based on the film's success, maybe they'll do the quintet series, which will probably result in a trilogy. Who knows, but we'll have to see. 4DX, which is completely worth every dollar spent. First of all, you go in there, it doesn't even look like your typical theater. They've got fans on the side. The seat looks like you're about to go on a roller coaster ride. Experience of watching films, definitely like none other. It's where the seat itself is not animated, but it has motions to the film itself and what's going on. So if a character gets bumped, you feel it in your seat. If there's a change of perspective, like for example, somebody was falling in the sky, so then the seat itself was moving back, and then it was then shaking forward, and you just felt everything, every other action within the actual seat itself. And then you had like flashing lights for like crashes of like lightning, and then the wind if there was like a windy scene, and then water, and then mist of rain, and then like these like sprayed scents if you were in like a really like rustic or floral scene. To put it short, 4DX is absolutely worth it. Cost me like $30 for the ticket in New York, but guess what? I feel like I saw a movie and got on a roller coaster, but that's just the experience. Now on for the film. It was a good adaptation of the story. I feel as though it did a really good job being able to tell the different values throughout the book itself, which was speaking about the different perils that people may face with their own internal conflicts and their place within their world, and the place within the world itself, while also speaking to a lot of different issues in the world today, especially in a modern scope. So a lot of it had a lot to do with awareness, and then, you know, almost in a sense, like personal development that they were able to go through as they were like traveling time and space to deal with any problems that they may ever face in life. So I feel as though this colorful, spacey, fantastical ride that we're on was really in itself almost a moment of like clarity, almost a therapeutic like lens, if you will. And then when I think about the different characters themselves, Storm Reed did a really good job as Meg, where she was like more embattled than she was meek. Charles Wallace stole the show. I'm talking, he stole the show. Different Nate Calvin was good as the somber sidekick who was supportive as well, the 3 S's. And then the Mrs. Oh, please. Like Reese Witherspoon did a great job as Mrs. Whatsit, just being completely, you know, straight up, you know, brash, bold, all of that. Mrs. Who, Mindy Kaling did an excellent job. I'm talking, that's probably one of the best to date. Straight from the page to the screen character adaptations. I was like, this is fantastic. And then I'll say as far as for Mrs. Which was Oprah's character, kind of felt like Oprah in space a little bit. Not even gonna lie to you, like, you know, because she gives that kind of surreal, otherworldly advice already. Except now she's just this literally larger than life figure on screen. So kind of felt a little bit like that. But I'd say still, it was really good. I mean, comparatively to the source material, I don't think you could really ask for more, especially for most adaptations in film, because a lot of people will take a book and say, wait, this doesn't add up. What about this, and this? You have to remember, most adaptations, especially once it translates to film, there are some things that you have to compress for the sake of telling the story, and then there are some liberties that are had because it's still art. But in this instance, I feel like they did a really great job. Visually, it was beautiful. The villains themselves, between the It and then the man with red eyes, which is one of my favorite characters, good. Like, they were done really, really good. Just Camazotz as a whole. I mean, there were some things such as, like, you know, the central intelligence. I was like, wait, there's supposed to be more marble in this scene. I remember there being more marble. So those are the little things you can nitpick. But overall, I think it was a really good experience. Definitely something for like a teen, tween. Wouldn't say this is something you bring a 6-year-old who's gonna go, huh. And then even if you're someone that didn't read the book, you're definitely gonna be like, because you just have no idea what's going on. But like I've been telling people, if you're a fan of the book, you're gonna be a fan of the movie. So I say go see it. And that has been a review. I'd like to say thank you for watching. Absolutely feel free to like, comment on this video. I mean, you know, if you say, hey, no, that's BS, I call BS, I didn't like the film, cool. Go down there so we can have a discussion. Because right now I'm currently rereading the book and actually going to be reading the entire Quintet series. So look forward to getting other people's perspectives on it. Feel free to share, and then most importantly, do subscribe. And again, I am Taylor Rebels. Thank you for watching.